What's up, world of builders? For this video, we are going to talk about Blitzcrank. Blitzcrank is a behemoth of burnished metal, steam, and crackling electricity. He is a proactive support which can bring high impact on all stages of the game. Blitzcrank is for the aggressive support player that loves to kill and roam in Wild Rift. Let's talk about Blitzcrank's abilities. His passive is Mana Barrier. Blitzcrank's passive grants him a shield when his HP drops below a certain percentage based on his current mana. This effect goes on a fairly long cooldown after activation. Try to fight and tank more aggressively when your passive is available, as it lasts for 10 seconds, which lasts longer than most teamfights. Blitzcrank's first ability is Rocket Grab. Blitzcrank fires his right hand to pull the first enemy hit towards him. The affected enemy will receive magic damage and be stunned for a short while. You can interrupt the enemy's jungler by pulling the monster they are trying to take down. This is usually done at the start of the game by running towards their red buff and immediately putting wards on their red buff. It is always a nasty surprise that will surely tilt your enemy. Be careful though, as you increase your rank, you will find more enemies who will be anticipating this annoying move. Here are some other rocket grab tips. Use the brushes and fog of war to your advantage. Casting it while you are unseen by the enemy will surely catch them by surprise. Make it a habit to use your sweeping lenses on your lane and where you plan to fight, so you'll have the vision advantage. Hooking enemies who are near walls are more likely to succeed because they have less options on where to go. Cast your second ability, Overdrive, to catch up on your enemies before hooking them. In the mid game and the late game, sometimes it is better to just run up to your enemies with your overdrive, then use your third ability, Power Fist, on them. If you have an ally with reliable initiation skills like Vi or German Fort, it might sometimes be a better choice to let them initiate and then use your skills as follow-up to their initiation. You can use Rocket Grab plus Flash to surprise your enemies with long-range hooks or to hook enemies from hard angles. Next is Overdrive. Overdrive makes Blitzcrank exceptional at roaming as it grants him movement speed and attack speed boost for a few seconds. However, after the effect subsides, he is slowed for a short while. Use this ability to catch up to your opponents to position yourself for a rocket grab or a power fist. You should also use this ability to quickly get back to your lane after recalling and to quickly respond on clashes and objective takings. Blitzcrank's third basic ability is Power Fist. Power Fist enhances Blitzcrank's next attack to deal critical damage and knock up the affected target. This ability is used to either initiate on the opponent or keep the opponent in place after being pulled using Rocket Grab. Power Fist is also an auto-attack reset, which means Blitzcrank can deal a fair amount of damage in trades using an auto-attack, Rocket Grab, auto-attack combo. Blitzcrank's ultimate is Static Field. Blitzcrank's ultimate is a short cooldown magic damage burst, AoE Silence. The casting is almost instant, so use it to burst down enemies and prevent those who survive from escaping. This ability is amazing on both individual pickoffs and on teamfights. It has a relatively short cooldown, so use it at every opportunity available. In teamfights, prioritize using it against your mobile opponents with blink or dash abilities. When off cooldown, Static Field is a passive component that makes Blitzcrank's attacks mark enemies. Those with a mark are electrocuted and get dealt magic damage. Next are Blitzcrank's items. Boots of Swiftness increases your roaming capabilities as it is the boots with the biggest movement speed bonus so far. Its Slick passive, which grants 30% slow resistance, is highly beneficial for Blitzcrank as it mitigates the slow penalty from overdrive, especially when combined with a Spirit Walker rune. The Locket enchant is recommended for Blitzcrank for the active shielding, although Glorious enchant, Protobelt enchant, and Shadows enchant are all viable options for a more aggressive playstyle. After your boots item, you might feel like you are lacking mana if there are plenty of fights happening. If that is the case, get a Tear of the Goddess, which can be upgraded into Winter's Approach later. Get Deadman's Plate, which synergizes with the Overdrive with its bonus movement speed from the Momentum passive that converts into Crushing Blow that enhances your basic attack to have a slowing effect when it expends max momentum. Zeke's Convergence provides armor, magic resistance, more mana, and ability haste, which are all stats that Blitzcrank needs. Its passive, Harbinger, synergizes with him well because it activates when you use your ultimate, which will be frequent due to static field's relatively short cooldown. Harbinger releases a blizzard which buffs an ally champion's attack to burn and slow enemies, and successfully doing so will make those around Blitzcrank get burned and slowed as well. Protector's Vow has the Protector passive, which grants you and nearby ally shield and a speed buff when you or the ally get damaged. Abyssal Mark grants the Eternity passive, which converts the damage you receive into mana and the mana you expend into HP. It also has the Abyssal passive, which makes enemy champions take increased magic damage. Randuin's Omen help you tank and soak damage from the enemy's AD carries. And then for the runes. Aftershock makes immobilizing enemy champion grant you extra defense and a burst of damage around you which scales with your armor. You have two crowd control effects, so activating the rune consistently is no problem for Blitzcrank. Weakness makes those you control take 5% more damage from all sources of damage. Spirit Walker grants bonus max HP and slow resistance, which you need to counteract the effects of Overdrive. Pathfinder allows you to roam the map more efficiently with its bonus movement speed when walking in the river, jungle, and brushes. That's all for this video. For the in-depth Blitzcrank text guide, visit our website lolwildriftbuild.com. There you'll find out additional information like Blitzcrank's pros and cons, ability progression, early game and late game guide, his synergies, and his counters. It's right there in the description below. Thanks for watching and until next time.